What seeds are you planting? Seeds of Alchemy promotes conversations to inspire increased awareness and empowered awakening in the material world. Hello, beloved. This is a consciously curated podcast by Project Alchemy, intended to help you reclaim your why without fear, ego, or judgment. We thank you so much for being here. If you would like to get early access to ad-free episodes, join the Alchemy Ascension Tribe on Patreon. It's where you can make topic requests and dive further into discussion topics with a like-minded community. You can find links in the description or in the show notes below. Now let's dive into today's episode. Have you ever looked into the sky and felt so connected to everything? Everyone, every star, every atom, every feeling, every perspective? Not in a way that's overwhelming, but rather relieving. Relieving because you know that to be in a time, world, and universe so big that it would mean your presence in it has meaning, has purpose. We spend a majority of our lives tied to social standards, the perception of time, routines, jobs, expectations, misplaced traumas, fears, and motivations. Some call it a vortex or matrix of sorts. In it, we feel there's no other means of survival besides conforming. We travel through this vortex feeling trapped by our experiences. In it, often feeling there's no escape and nothing else outside of it. So most of us cope as waking zombies, separated from our souls, its desires, and true purpose. And when you reach a point so low in the addictions, coping, defense mechanisms, and programming, you begin spinning with the vortex. Wherever it goes, you follow it. Wherever it crashes, you absorb the blow full force as if it were your own. All the while painfully wondering how you're going to break free, or if you even can. How outlandish of an idea. Is something like that even possible? What happens if you do find a way out somehow? What would life outside of the matrix even entail? Well, beloved, it entails all of you. Life outside the vortex is whatever you make of it. It's led by your soul and molded by your own sense of oneness. Even as I write this now, afraid of the unknown and on the verge of transcending the matrix myself, I have to tell you that you owe it to yourself to try. You are worth it to have and to embrace freedom, true bliss guided from within and protected by the heart. You are not only worthy, but deserving. It is your destiny. The matrix is here for a reason, and we are all in it for a reason. Our purpose, our freedom, lies within the why. So, what is it that you picture when you stare up at the sky on a crisp fall day? Do you notice the leaves on the trees swaying above you? Do you acknowledge the ocean waves singing to you with each pull of the tides? When you breathe in unison with the frolicking winds, what is it you hope for? Where does your heart take you, beloved? What is your why? Those butterflies dancing in the pit of your stomach don't dance for amusement. They dance because they are alive. They know the truth. They know what it's like to be trapped in darkness, anticipating that one moment, the only chance they will ever get to escape into the light. They trust in the power of their wings, beloved. Soaring amongst the clouds amidst the rippling sunlight and unto unbelievable heights is all they know. Born out of resilience, they are beings of pure grace, shedding the memories of their own confines with each and every flight, speaking unto no one the truth behind every transformation. Growing pains are not for nothing, beloved. When will you believe in the beauty of your own strength, your own capability to love, and capacity to live from love? When will you believe in the love of self, the unknown, the freedom of stillness, the embodiment of everything and nothing. When will you believe in your sacred truth? When will you let uncaged desire pilot your flight? Welcome to Project Alchemy, where we share to heal, where a union of self unifies the collective, and where we are all beloved. So come as you are, beloved, and be clear with your intentions. There's no judgment here, just resources to help you find your path and enjoy the journey. Know your worth, because beloved, you're deserving and worthy of blooming. You are here for a reason, so let that notion be a comforting lighthouse amidst uncharted waters. And with that, we say bloom, beloved, bloom. That was a journal entry I wrote when I was soul searching and trying to find my purpose. And now I'm here to ask you, what does your heart want? In this day and age, spirituality is coming more to the forefront. It can seem like a trendy wave to ride, but when intuitively pursued, reconnecting with the universe and authentic self can reap plenty of rewards. One of those rewards being the discovery of your own dharma or true life purpose. The call to find your life purpose may come at an inopportune time, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. The light is you, and your intuition will be the guide. If you find yourself trying to decode what your purpose is, here are some surefire ways to get in touch with what you were brought here on this earth to do. Number 1, go within. Go within is a hallmark mantra in the spiritual community. Some might say it's become a cliche, but it's a trustworthy grounding technique when feeling lost or unfulfilled. Retreating into your inner world can provide the answers you seek. Retreating may look like entertaining a social detox, journaling about your true desires, listing all of your interests and hobbies, or questioning yourself about the life or ideal path you envision. Partaking in guided meditations might help you identify subconscious answers and interests, much like with the Letting Go guided meditation by Jason Stevenson. Removing the extra outside noise or influence of others can lead to outstanding revelations and personal enlightenment. Not to say that others can't be let in later. Number 2, awaken to your perceived role. Take inventory of your life. Pinpointing your wants and how you want to thrive will help you become more aware of how you were taught and or expected to show up in the world. It's a conditioning that could have resulted in suppressing your authentic interests, self-expression, or aspirations. Awakening to it might look like drawing up a Venn diagram that compares how you're currently showing up juxtaposed to how you'd like to show up, or what would feel more like an authentic expression of you, rather. Making lists that outline your skills and ongoing passions could also help you figure out how they'd apply or transfer to more aligned pursuits. Once you know more about your learned role, it becomes easier to determine if it's one that you truly identify with or one you'd like to transform. And the key word here is awakening. Understanding how you show up in society can lead to a massive breakthrough that opens the door to feeling capable and confident enough to pursue your self-motivated guidance. Coaches like Sahara Rose give unmatched advice when it comes to discovering your dharma, reconnecting with your core desires, and acting with integrity. Number 3, choose heart-centered living. I define heart-centered living as letting your heart lead while spirit guides. But it really means to lead a life that is in alignment with your authentic self and values, as Lisa Defines Life clarifies in an online guide. Your gut may be telling you that you're a generational curse breaker, a natural healer, or you might just know that you are meant to forge your own path. Most of us don't know, however, because we learned that journeying on autopilot is the only way to travel. So much so that we rarely stop to check in with our core to acknowledge the answers and options available to us, especially those we aren't aware of. It's okay to let your unadulterated heart speak, beloved. And when you do, listen closely. Heart centered living could mean letting yourself entertain ideas and avenues that you would normally self parent or self shame into oblivion. It could also mean daring yourself to do the opposite by investigating your innocent wonderment. Or it can be as straightforward as asking yourself the question, what does your heart want? If this process feels strained at all, know that a cleanse, meditation, crystal healing, and color therapy can help relieve a blocked heart chakra or clue you into when it's speaking and what it has to say. Trust that it is worth the extra effort to unlearn automatic or normalized responses because what your heart wants is just as important as your daily routine. And what your heart wants will lead you to be as authentic and true as you can be. And what your heart wants is your key to freedom and whatever twists and turns may lie ahead. Number 4, take practical steps forward. By balancing the spiritual and physical self, you'll be afforded the opportunity to hone in on what your why, or AKA your purpose, is. Finding your purpose is more than just saying or setting the intention that you will. Taking actual, applicable, practical steps will help you commit to moving forward with your life as you wish. One useful exercise to do is to create a mission statement for your life. And so let's do this exercise together. Start by thinking of yourself as a brand or a business. Then sit with what the mission statement for that brand or business would be. Now swap out the brand or business for yourself, thinking fondly of the answers to your why and how you're going to invest in it. Follow that up by taking a second look at, say, that Venn diagram you made for yourself. Remember, the one that compares and contrasts your skills with your aspirations? Notice where and how they overlap with each other and how they contribute to your existence on this earth, in this realm, on this plane, in this lifetime. And when you finally know your why, follow up with another question of why. Think of your roadmap and way there as a tree with several branches coming off of it. Follow those branches all the way through, and don't be afraid to move with them. Don't be afraid to crack open. Number 5, let go and trust. With all the work you've done up until this point, take notice that you now have the blueprint for what you want and a plan for how to follow through with it. Now, all that's left is to trust. Release, let go, feel the fear, and do it anyway. With your purpose in mind and legacy before you, now it's time to A, trust in you, B, trust in your intuitive nudges, C, trust in your inner guidance and perspective, D, trust in your natural gifts and talents, E, believe in your path and trust the process, F, know that you are worthy of the fulfillment you desire. The more steps you take to call in your purpose, the more inner trust you cultivate. Let the trust you cultivate be your foundation, because it's important to note that forging a new path, being a self-healer, following your gut, instinct, and life purpose won't be all about sunshine, unicorns, and rainbows. It's a paradigm shift for you and all those around you. It's a shakeup that requires you to be open, flexible, dedicated, grounded, and compassionate. You must continue to show up for yourself, for your purpose and your personal mission statement, even in the smallest of ways. Taking the leap requires you to embrace the unknown with a healthy dose of practicality, detachment, and faith. So trust in your ability to let go and surrender. Oh, and don't forget to remain curious. So do the work, the inner work, I mean. to relearn yourself, restructure your beliefs, to shift your intentions and reclaim your purpose. The art of going within is a delicate one at best. I thought I knew what my path would be and how it would look, but taking the time to truly reflect, to truly be the hermit, got me through the turbulence to now see the Project Alchemy community on the other side. And I've opened up about my 8-year-long spiritual journey on Patreon. So I do invite you to connect with me there if you found this episode to be helpful. With that, I send you on your way because you are already on your way. Happy journeying, beloved. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's episode with an open mind. We hope it inspires you to align with higher consciousness and welcome growth in all areas of your life. We hope you know you're supported, not only by the universe, but also by the Project Alchemy community. Feel free to make your way over to our show notes and description box for resource links, as well as the link to join our Alchemy Ascension tribe on Patreon. Follow us at Project Alchemy on Instagram to keep this conversation going. And if you prefer blogs, find the transcribed version of this podcast episode at projectalchemy.com/the-journal. With that, we send you peace and love, and we hope that you'll join us again in the next episode. Namaste, beloved.